What up, y'all? Real Estate Rob here, former professional wrestler, former police officer, and now I fight through probate court red tape on behalf of families across North Carolina. And let me tell you, nothing will body slam your time and energy like dealing with the legal system after a loved one has passed. One of the biggest questions I get is, do I really need a probate lawyer? So I figured today we're unpacking what a probate lawyer actually does, when you need one, when you don't, and what mistakes you'll want to avoid, like grandma's expired deviled eggs at July cookout. Let's talk. All right, guys, so if you're going through probate, again, my condolences. I understand what you're going through, the stress and the headache, the heartache that you're going through, because I too lost someone near and dear to my soul last year. In September 2024, I lost my mom. Now, some would have said, she was 82 years old. But when you love someone that much, 82 isn't old enough. Hell, 162 isn't. And it's hard to let go. The pain lingers daily. So I understand what you're going through. That's why I created this series, to help you out and somewhat ease your frame of mind. Let's get this video started. And just so you know, we're going to cover what does a probate lawyer actually do behind the scenes. Are they just glorified paper pushers, or can they really protect your family? Also, can you handle probate on your own? And what happens if you miss or mess up court filings? You'd be surprised. All right, let's start simple. A probate lawyer is a legal professional who helps to guide an executor or administrator through the probate process. This includes filing paperwork with the clerk of Superior Court. It involves helping you collect inventory, assets, notifying creditors, handling estate taxes and debts, making sure the assets are also distributed correctly. Let me paint a picture. A buddy of mine, let's call him Joe, was named executor of his aunt's estate. Sounded simple, right? Just pay some bills, sell the house, call it a day. Well, Joe forgot to file the notice to the creditors. That little mistake gave a hospital 6 more months to come knocking with a $14,000 bill. Lesson? A probate lawyer would have handled that paperwork right, and they would have done it right off the bat. Now listen, I'm not here to sell you a lawyer you don't need. And I'm not here to give you legal advice, because that's what they do. Hell, some don't have to hire an attorney at all. If the estate is very small and it's under $20,000 or $30,000 if the spouse is inheriting it, has no real estate, if it has no debt, and all heirs get along, but that's unusual, then yeah, you might be able to handle it yourself. The court even gives you forms on the NC Court's website. But if just one of the following is true, real estate's involved, there's debt, the will is unclear, heirs don't get along, or it's dragging into multiple counties, then you're headed into dangerous waters without a guide. Well, let me tell you a story. A seller reached out to me after inheriting her father's house in Durham. Her cousin, who lived 3 states away, was also on the will. He hadn't visited in years, but suddenly wanted half of the proceeds from the sale. The problem? He hadn't signed off on anything. He wouldn't respond to calls. The executor didn't know what to do. So we brought in a probate attorney, filed a motion, and after a couple of weeks of legal back and forth mumbo jumbo, the court sided with the local heir. The home sold cleanly. End of story. But the moral of the story is blood is thicker than water until there's equity involved. Now let's run through the core responsibilities of a probate lawyer. What they do line by line. They handle court filings. They file petition for probate, oath of executive administrator, letters testamentary or administration, inventory of estate assets, notices to heirs and creditors, and they handle final accounting. You can do these yourself, but one typo and the clerk will bounce your form like a check at a pawn shop. They provide legal guidance as well. A lawyer explains your duties as an executor. They tell you what not to do, like selling property too early. They warn you of timeliness, penalties, or tax issues. They also do conflict management. If you've got just one relative who thinks they're owed more than they got, you'll want a lawyer who can file objections, respond to will contests, defend you in probate hearings as well. And lawyers, they handle the taxes and asset transfers. They'll help identify which taxes need to be filed, personal and estate. They'll get you EIN numbers for estate accounts. They assist with deeds and affidavits as well. So as you can see, the probate attorney's job is long and it's hefty, and that is what they're there for. They're there to help you out so you don't have to try and do it alone. Let's talk money, dinero. So probate lawyers in North Carolina often charge hourly around $200 to $400 or flat fees for simple estates, but it varies. Get this though, the court allows executors up to 5% of the estate's value as a commission. If you're doing this work yourself and making mistakes, you're paying in time and losing out. I've seen families miss filing deadlines, owe more in taxes, get sued by siblings, or sell property below market value. A good lawyer pays for themselves, especially when it comes to selling probate property. I once helped a family in Johnston County sell a probate home. There was no lawyer involved at first. The executor thought he was doing everything right until the title company flagged a missing court order. The sale was delayed 6 weeks while they scrambled to fix it. Now, they almost lost their buyer. I looped in a probate attorney that I trust, and we got it resolved. But it was a close one. That's why I work side by side with probate lawyers on every single estate sale I handle. So here's the deal. You might be able to go through probate without a lawyer, but one mistake could cost you way more than legal fees. If you're an executor, an heir, or just overwhelmed by what to do next, give me a call. Shoot me a text message, or you can book a call on my calendar below. You can send me an email. Just don't get left out in the dark. I can help you figure out what you need, connect you with the right probate resources, and if you're selling a home, I even make sure it's done right from court to closing. Let's go through this. Let's protect the legacy. Let's talk. Once again, guys, thanks for joining me. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, so I am truly grateful. Thank you. In the last video, we talked about what is a probate sale. That's the question that we answered, and you can watch that video because it's coming up next.